What's up, everybody? We three bros back in the house. What's up, Joseph?
What's up, Derek? Oh, that was the best intro ever, man. I love it. Keep
At
up
least
that
at
energy.
least it wasn't the "What's everyone going?"
Or being like, hey guys, this is episode 11 when it was clearly episode like 9 or 10. It's
10.
fine. It's fine, man. It happens. We three bros are back in the house, man. It's good to be back recording with you, man. Where's our third bro? It's a ghost, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's the invisible man
The
for
invisible man.
foreseeable future.
Foreseeable
They just
future.
they just started their long days. So I don't know. I can't remember how long he told me or harvest season goes. So he's
See,
out there picking taters.
he's harvesting pumpkins?
Now potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah, he works for the company he works for grows and harvests potatoes for Lay's potato chips.
This man gives us chips?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he runs a crew. So a lot like he's either like on the site and they're transferring potatoes. I don't know what the process is, like
No,
to
no,
get
no.
them from the
You're an
field
expert. Please,
to the
please go
truck
ahead.
and then to the factory.
Yeah.
And then he has to like they give him a work truck to hook up equipment and haul it to the next location or whatever. So they keep him busy, especially during this time.
I was like, it sounds like it's the time, man. Like you said, it's September, October, fall time. It's harvesting
Yeah.
season, man. Our ancient forefathers were. I'm just kidding. I'm not getting into
Right.
that shit. Anyways, man, how was your week, Derek? How's everything been with you,
Man,
man?
it was not too good of a week, man. I've been dealing with this pinched nerve in my neck, so had to go to the doctor on Wednesday and get some meds and everything, and got to go back next Wednesday to have a checkup and do some testing or whatever. So,
Yeah.
you feeling any better? I heard you were sick also.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling a lot better, man. I think it's just the season right now. Thankfully not COVID, man. I'm gonna go get tested. I got tested twice, man, just to kind of make sure, right?
Make sure.
Yeah, you just never know nowadays, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I just haven't been. I also like it was odd because I haven't been doing anything. Like
Yeah.
I haven't been going out. I've been going out like hanging with people or anything
Yeah.
like that, man. I was literally just at home, just kind of hanging out, So
Yeah.
like I would go to work and come home, but I guess it's just one of those things just caught up with me, man. So
Just got the cooties.
the cooties, man. That's what it is. So, but yeah, no, definitely feeling better, man. So I'm glad to, I'm off this weekend, so I'm excited. I'm supposed to go.
Oh, that's good.
I'm supposed to go do some things on the lake, man. So that's gonna be a lot of fun to go do something, right? So excited to go check that out, man. And it's supposed to be beautiful weather out here in Austin, man, this weekend. So I'm gonna go out and do something, man. So hopefully I have some fun stories for you. How I backflipped off the boat, but got left out in the middle of the water, right? Or I jumped off the boat but didn't drop the ladder, so now I'm stranded with my boat just chilling there,
Right.
and I'm swimming in the water like
Swim to
shit.
shore.
I gotta be like, well, fuck the boat. I gotta just go. I'll be back for it or something, man. So. Maybe the Coast Guard to come help me out. I'm kidding. It's a fucking lake, man. The Coast Guard come out there, man. Maybe hopefully some jackass in a jet ski will help me or something. I don't know. So we'll see, man. But
Throw you on the inner tube.
there it is, man. But thankfully, I'm feeling better, man. So I'm
That's
here.
good.
I'm here. Rocking with the podcast today, man. And I know we don't got too much things to cover, but we definitely have some things to cover, right? The first thing, man, I wanted to cover and kind of talk to you about, see if you saw anything, the information about Steve Ditko's like family. I don't know if you got a chance to check that out.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so according to the Hollywood Reporter, man, Steve Ditko's like family or his estate has sued for the rights.
The rights to
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and was there another one?
I believe there's another one. I would have written it down, but I think
Marvel filed a countersuit to keep control of it all.
Yes. So apparently they so Marvel the countersuited saying that they were that. Okay, so the estate is saying that that's their creation, right? Spider-Man is their creation. Doctor Strange is their creation. They made that themselves, right? But Marvel, like you said, is countersuing, saying that they did it on Marvel's time, right?
Yeah,
so
if they did it and got paid to do it
to create those characters. So
then it's company property.
It's company property, exactly, man. But if the case that like if the Ditko family estate wins, they get the rights to the characters, and if they didn't want them in the Avengers or if they didn't want them part of any of the Marvel universe, they could 100% take them away and done. right?
That'd
Um,
be
it
you know,
reminds
if people be mad at these family, they'd be getting death threats
No,
for
no, no.
sure.
So I don't know if you remember, there was a guy who worked in like the pharma business or something. He was like
Yeah.
pharmaceutical sales or something. I'm not talking about drug dealer. I'm talking about a guy who was legitimately in like big pharma or something like that.
Yeah.
And like he did like some messed up thing where he bought the sole rights to, I think it's like a Wu
Oh,
Tang
is that
Clan.
Pharma Bro?
Yes, Pharma Bro
That
guy.
douchebag. Yeah,
Yeah.
he bought like the treatment for AIDS or something and jacked the price up to like 3 grand or some 6 grand or some dumb shit,
So it
and then
was
bought that unreleased secret album by Wu Tang Clan.
Yes. So if they wanted to do some shit like that, they potentially could do something like that,
Yeah.
right? And be like, hey, nobody can use them until then. Now, again, if Marvel loses, right? Or I guess we won't really truly find out anything until 2023 because I think they
Yeah.
still like it's still within a certain. There's like a
Preliminary and
legal,
all that.
like some legal jargon which says that like it has to be either published or in something for at least like um what is it for like 70 years, 30 years, something like that. So I think it's
Yeah.
on 2023 is whenever that time would come up, but they wanted to at
Yeah.
least start the legal process so that by the time they get there they can have their people ready and everything, right? So but the funny thing about, not the funny thing, but something kind of interesting is that the Disney actually hired this guy, hired this lawyer, and this lawyer was the same lawyer that fought for DC whenever the creators of Superman were trying to make the same argument, right? So the
Oh,
creators of Superman, I think this is like back in the mid '90s or something.
yeah.
Um, like they kind of wanted, they brought that up and they wanted to sue for the same rights and say like, no, Superman's our creation, and we
Yeah.
don't want to hear like anything about it or anything like that. And so so they hired that same lawyer, and like DC eventually won, right? They were like, "Hey, you
Yeah.
made this character on company time. This is our
Yep.
character." But they hired, so this team hired that same legal team to kind of help them fight, right? So this guy
Yeah.
knows what he's doing, so Disney hired the guy to do it, right? And then on the flip side, I think the Ditko family hired the lawyer that I believe that, yeah, I think they believe they hired the lawyer that helped the Superman family fight for Superman's right or something like that. So it's like they get to go
So it's
back
the
and at
same
it.
thing, like
Yeah, so it's
it's
just
like
pretty much the
round two,
same. It's like
part
round
two.
two, exactly, part two of like characters or whatever, man.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, man. I guess that brings up a good question, man. Like, if you're creating something like this on the dime of a company, is it? And again, you like they're like, hey, you got creative freedom. Here's like 2 hours. We're gonna pay you for 2 hours or whatever, right? Or like you're
Yeah.
you're working 8 to 5 in an office or something, and you create something. Is that yours or is that the company's, man? And again, you got
I
to think
mean, if
about.
you do it at work and you're using company resources, what claims do you have? Like you did it on
Yeah.
work time and you did it on work, say they gave you a laptop and you did it on their laptop. Like, I mean, it'd be different if he was at home and he's working on his own stuff and
Yeah.
he's not doing anything associated with work and he's like, I just want to draw something, try this out. Or
Hmm.
it'd be a little different. They'd have more of a leg to stand on. But man, if you did that at work in the office on work equipment, what right do you have? When
Yeah.
you go to work, I mean, you're whatever you create belongs to the company you're working for, basically.
Now again, I make counter, not counter argument, but just to kind of throw a wrench in what you said, right? Let's say again, same concept, right? But you do it at home, right? Like you do it at home, like you're at home after work, and
Yeah,
it's your tools and everything like that,
I
right?
think that then it's yours.
And like they told you, they're like, hey, we need you to create a character, right? And you
Yeah,
go home and you're just like in bed or some shit, and you're like, oh fuck, this sounds kind of cool. And so you get in there and you start creating all this stuff, right? And you start doing this,
but
and
then
next thing
it
you know, you
becomes
come up.
your fault that if you came up with something and you're like, I'm going to use this at work, and then you go and present it to work, you just pretty much handed it over to them. Especially if they like start using it in their material, then like if you would have kept it separate and went off and made your own comic and made your own,
Yeah.
company or whatever, it'd be different. They wouldn't have any rights to it. But the minute you brought it into work, it became, and they started adding it to their stuff, it became theirs
And that's
because
the
you're
thing.
getting paid to do it. You're still getting a paycheck.
Even though you created, like you're saying, like even though you created it, right? Your idea, you
Yeah.
presented it to them, right? You created it at home, but you brought it to them, and I think that's the thing that's tough sometimes for certain artists, right? Whether you're a musical artist,
I mean,
some
you
kind.
could put it on your resume, be like, yeah, that was my dude. I created these on my resume. You got a good resume thing that you're going, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
about
yeah.
all you have.
Yeah, but well, I guess kind of back to what I was saying, right? Like that's the thing that sucks sometimes is being an artist, right? Because like
Yeah.
you can create something, right? And you can try to go out there and publish it yourself. Because you got to think about it.
Yeah.
Probably around the time that like Spider-Man and stuff and Marvel was trying to come out, like maybe they didn't have a lot of characters, but they had the backing of an actual entity that had the
Yeah.
publication to be able to do that
Yep.
and really, and the money and the resources and stuff to really push these characters out. But if he tried to do it by himself, would Spider-Man be the same character that he is without the
Yeah.
same publication and the same, backing of Marvel? And I think that's a
Yeah.
tough thing too, right? Like you said, like he created it, right? But do you go to them and be like, "Hey, I have this awesome character. Like, I think this would be cool. Do you guys want to get in on this?" And they're like, "Yes, but we want ownership of it, man." That's
Right.
that's tough. That's tough. And because you know what would happen the next week, right? They would come up with another guy, a character the next week called Man Spider,
Yeah, or
or
something.
something. And it's just
Spider
like
guy.
a Spider Guy, or again, it's like the Facebook movie, right? It's like, hey, we invented Facebook. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
but is your name? I again, we're getting
Yeah.
into some bunch of shit that I know I don't know much about. I'm just wanting to present at least the
It it'd be
discussion of it,
like
right?
it'd be like someone from like Santa Monica Studios going to another studio and being like, I got this character that fights medieval gods and stuff like that. And it's
Yeah.
literally Kratos, but like instead of a red stripe, he has like a blue stripe or something. And be like, this is my own creation. Like, even if he was the artist that came up with Kratos, it would, he couldn't use that entity anywhere else. Or like the
True.
guys from Bungie going to another company and be like, I got this cool futuristic soldier and it looks just like Master Chief, but like the
Yeah.
helmet looks different or,
Hmm.
he's a different color. And be like, no, that, that's but, that belongs to, well, I guess not Bungie. I guess, was Bungie the original
Or like
creators
for
of
Halo and stuff.
for Halo?
I believe it
Or
was.
does Microsoft own the rights to that?
I mean, I guess technically it'd probably be Microsoft, similar to Disney, right? That's why
Yeah.
Disney's fighting on the Marvel thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
like that's why I said Disney. Disney's the ones who owns Marvel now.
Yeah.
So technically, like, yes, you have Marvel, but then you have Disney. So Disney, if Disney, it's
Yeah.
like
How are you going to
hierarchy
go up
thing.
against Disney? How many individuals can go? How many companies, let alone an individual or a family, go up against Disney?
I know I wouldn't. Which
That'd be like me or you going up against even like somebody that's not even like a huge company like that, but like out of our tax bracket, basically.
I mean, yeah, yeah. Which sucks, man. Like it's one of those things where it really does suck to be able to kind of do something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or I guess that sucks sometimes because, like, yes, man, you have these great ideas and you know that you could go to this company and you could help them benefit from it, and you could benefit from it, right? And you could probably make
I
bunches
mean,
of
I
money and
guess
everything, but like at the same time, like
I
how
guess you just gotta.
how much does it hurt because it's like not hurt, but how much does it suck because it's your idea? Like you came up with it. You came up with this guy who's red, blue,
Yeah.
spider, awesome story, everything. You came up with everything, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like again, you're like you said, you could do it on your own. May not be as successful, but you could do it on your own. And then now you give it to them, and they use it and they sell it and they use it against you later on in
Yeah.
life, right? So
You just gotta weigh all the options, I guess. Like, what do you think
yeah,
is going to be better for you in the long run? Holding on to this guy and say he didn't publish it with Marvel and try to make it his own, and then it wasn't as big, and now it's not worth anything
yeah,
compared to like what are these characters worth now? Like,
yeah. And I guess like just like you, it's just like when does the money play the part, right? Because
yeah,
is it kind of one of those things where like you're George Lucas and you're trying to make Star Wars and they're like you go to you go to what's it, Fox? I think it was Fox who produced them or something, or whichever company like uh
originally produced the
who
Star
really
Wars.
and made these movies. They came to them and they were like, all right, man, like we're gonna fund you, we're gonna give you money, but we don't want to give you too much money. Do you want like merch ownership or percentages out of like the merch or whatever, like merchandise and toys and all that stuff? We're not really interested in it, but do you want to be a part of it? And he's just like, you know what, you can pay me a little less and I'll take more stock in that.
Yeah,
And then the fucking toys explode,
yeah,
and it's something like that, right? But it's like at what point, like, and then again he sold it, now Disney owns it and he has no rights, right? So
yeah,
he's either really happy with the results of what his movies are doing, or he's just like, well, fuck, man, I really didn't want my stories to go that way, but they did, right? So
yeah.
it's difficult, man. Either way, I just thought it was a good discussion, man. Like
I guess we, hopefully we have that decision to make sometime. Like someone comes and offers us money to produce our podcast, and we gotta be like, do we keep doing it on our own and seeing what
I
happens,
feel
or do
like
we take this paycheck?
I feel like this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna be like, all right, man. So they picked up We Three Bros. It's gonna be successful. A bunch of people are gonna listen to it. We're gonna make a lot of money. Oh, great! That's fantastic. You just can't be a part of it. What the fuck, man?
Now it's only one me bro.
One me bro. It's one me bro. Thank you for listening to the One Me Bro podcast. Welcome myself. What's up yourself? Chilling, just hanging out. It's fine.
High five.
High five. Um, but yeah, man. So yeah, it'd be hilarious. But no, man. So that's one of the things where like, um, you got to think about, man. And sometimes when you're trying to create your own content, create your own
Yeah.
characters, you got to know what you're getting into, right? And again, I hear it all the time from like the music industry, right? I'm not in the music industry, but I just hear it from artists, just like in
Yeah.
articles sometimes, and just how shitty that kind of like industry can be, because it's
Yeah.
like, all right, cool, like. Yeah, we're gonna pay you $500,000 a year. Oh man, that's a lot of money to me. It's probably a lot of
Yeah.
money to you too, man. And then it's just like at the end of the year, you fucking pull up to grab your check, and it's just like, all right, cool, man. So you made $20,000 this year because we had to pay for your recording studio, we had to pay for your travels, we had to pay
Yeah.
for your food, we had to pay for you to guest star on some show or something like that, man.
Yeah.
So it gets dicey, bro. But you gotta be smart about it sometimes, man,
Yeah.
or at least try to educate yourself as much as you can. But anyways,
Yeah.
I digress, man. I felt like it was a good topic to talk about, man,
Yeah. Definitely.
because Steve Ditko is, gave us some great characters, right? Him,
Yeah.
Stan Lee, like they created some awesome characters that are like lasting for probably till the end of time, right? As long as we can
Yeah.
digest media and stuff, these characters will live around us forever, So
Yeah.
if Underoos were for kids, I can imagine them doing them for adults in the future, right? So,
You got some Spidey underoos on?
hold on, let me show you real quick. I'm just kidding. um, Also, man, speaking of Star Wars, you said you got into you said Star Wars Visions. Is that what it
Yeah.
was called? I did see
Yeah.
some. I did see. I didn't mean to cut you off, man, but I did see some advertising for it. But I thought it was going to come out like later in the year. I didn't realize they were already dropping shows, man. So,
Well,
what'd you think?
the
Yeah.
whole series, I guess, or I think there's 9 episodes. All of them dropped at once, so I
Oh,
binge watched them
nice.
all in the past 2 days. So I watched them all,
How long are the episodes?
like around 15 to 20 minutes roughly.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, so kinda like that, what was that, something robots?
Oh, Love, Death, and Robots,
Yeah,
that
similar to
Netflix
that, I
series.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all different artists or whatever that create them. It's all like, manga and anime style, I guess, but for the most part, they're all pretty good. There was a couple that were got a little boring at times, I guess, or,
Yeah.
wasn't, I guess, like, maybe the diehard Star Wars fans won't like it because it's probably not entirely canon.
Hmm.
But I mean, they were entertaining. I liked them. I'd definitely recommend them. There was
Okay.
some good art and good stories.
And you said, does it follow any main characters or anything like
No,
that?
you don't. There's no main characters.
Or I
They're
guess
all
like
like,
when I say main characters, I mean
and
characters that
none
people.
like no established characters.
Oh, so this is within the
There's all,
universe.
yeah, yeah. They're all brand
Oh,
new Jedi and Sith, and it's pretty. I mean, they were entertaining. The first one was really good. The first one was really good. I really liked the
okay.
first one. And there was a few others that were good too. I can't remember them all, but there was for the most part they were good. For the most part, they were pretty good. I'd definitely recommend it.
Did the storylines all tie in together within the
Oh
episodes?
no, all
Every
of them
single
are.
episode is something
Everyone is
different.
different. Yeah,
Man, I'm
everyone's done by a different person, different director, different creator.
any famous voice actors? Because it's always good to have some kind of voice actor
Um,
sometimes. So
Honestly, I couldn't tell. I didn't recognize any of the voices, and I didn't really
okay.
watch the credits to see.
Come on, Derek, you gotta watch the credits, man.
Yeah, so
You're
yeah, I don't
probably
know.
you're probably the guy whenever it's just like, hey, would you like to skip the intro? You probably skip the intro, don't you?
Nah, because I know the intro is like 20 seconds. I'm like, it ain't worth it. The Wire, I skip the intro on that every time. I'm like, I don't need
Oh
to hear this
man,
song
I
every
enjoy the
episode.
song. I enjoy the song.
I skip the intro every time, and I just finished. I'm almost done with season 3 on The Wire.
Ooh, nice. Okay, before come on, it's not spoilers anymore. Fuck it. What parts are you on, man? Who's
I
died? Who's
just
still
watched
alive?
Stringer Bell get shot last night by Omar and the Bowtie Dude,
Ooh, Brother Muzone. Such a
Brother
great
Muzone.
episode, man. Such a great episode. I didn't get it for a while. Like I was just like, how did he get set up? Who set him up? Or how did Brother Muzone like understand it was him? But it
Yeah,
kind of ties back to I believe it's either earlier that season or the previous season
it was the previous. No, it was the previous episode.
where Brother Muzone's in the
Brother
hospital.
Muzone met with Avon.
Oh, I guess he had to go.
Yeah.
And I guess
'Cause
that.
they were both plotting against each other. Stringer was plotting against Avon with the cop with Bunny,
Oh, that's right. That's why he
the
had the
major
paper
from
and he
the
was
Western
calling him and
District,
stuff. Yeah.
and Avon was plotting with Brother Muzone to get rid of Stringer.
You know what I love about, again, not just this show. There's always like a bunch of shows like this, like Sons of Anarchy, for example.
Yeah.
It's literally if they would communicate.
Yep.
Like this, like the series would be a season long if they
If
would
everyone
literally
talked to
pick up,
each other.
if they would just talk to each other, because like interdepartmental like things they don't talk to, and
Yeah.
that reminded me so much of like Sons of Anarchy. It's just like, bro, just call the guy, pick
Right.
up the phone and call the guy, call the woman, call whoever, and it's just like talk to them and just be like, hey man, I got this going on with my mom. Really? I just saw your mom too. Oh, really? So we're both on the same page. So we actually agree on this like idea
Right.
that we want to have and we want to do, and I don't have to backstab you or you don't have to backstab me for this to happen, and we could all
Right.
thrive and be successful. Fantastic. But no, they never answer the fucking phone. They never call each other. Nobody ever talks to anybody. They keep it in secret, and then motherfuckers die. And then there it
Right.
goes. We got another 5 seasons of this shit. Not say shit, but I mean that in a good way. Like 5 seasons of the, this great show or this show, right? So, and then like with that episode, but no, but what I'm saying is like I remember like it was, I want to say like the season before where like Brother Muzone gets shot, right? And he's in the hospital, and then Stringer comes in. He's like, "Hey man, so who shot you?" And I was like, "That's something you don't do in the game,
Yeah.
like you don't ask those kind of questions or anything
Yeah.
like that. You're just kind of like, interesting, like
Right.
or whatever." Um, so yeah, so it's a great show, man. Like I learned so much. Even going back and rewatching it recently, like I think I told you I watched it a few months ago. Like it's so good, man. So I'm glad
Yeah.
to
I
hear
definitely, I
your
definitely
your
enjoying
part.
a second watch through.
How good is Michael K. Williams?
Oh yeah, Omar.
Omar.
Oh, so I just that was reminds me. So I watched that show I was telling you earlier,
Mm-hmm.
Triple Nine.
Triple Nine. Yeah.
So in it is also Woody Harrelson. He's a detective, and one of his
Dude, this
CIs.
lineup is crazy. Like
Yeah, you got to watch it.
yeah, the
So
lineup you were telling me earlier is
one
crazy.
of his CIs is a crossdresser, and it's Omar
It's
dressed as a
Omar. It's
woman.
Michael K. Williams. Oh
Yeah, yeah,
shit.
yeah. When they and I didn't at first I didn't see it until they like you saw him at a distance talking. Then when they got up close, I was like, oh! And I meant to text you, and I forgot all about it because I was
Yeah.
watching the show.
And he was the cross-dresser in it. That's
Yeah,
awesome,
yeah,
man. That's freaking awesome. I love his characters and anything he plays, right? Like Omar, he plays like a homosexual who's just a fucking gunslinger. And I mean, he's
yeah,
again, I wanted to kind of talk about like the comparisons of like, and again, maybe you could see it now, right? Like Omar and the Mandalorian, right? Like yes, different stories, different things, right?
yeah.
But it's like he's the one's a bounty hunter, the other one is kind of a bounty hunter, but also just like a thief that steals from people. But still,
Pretty much a
like,
thief.
where's a duster like a cowboy? Walks in the
Yeah,
darks in the walks in the dark and a shadow, has a code, lives by that code like day in and day out. It's just like I just like the comparison. Again, there's nothing related within the shows, right? Like they're completely
yeah,
different in what they present and stuff. But I just like the archetype of those characters,
yeah,
right? Like they're badass. Like they always get pulled into shit sometimes that they don't need to get pulled into. They're just trying to live by what they do, right? They don't necessarily have respect for the rich and the powerful, but they'd also they're not trying to be those people. They just want to be their own people, right? So
yeah.
again, he's his own Western character,
Right.
in a way. So that's why
Yeah,
I love Omar and I love the mythos of him and the mythos of fucking Mandalorian, and I like to compare them, man. For me, I see similar characters in some
yeah,
ways. Yes, they are different in a lot of ways, but I just like the comparison of them, man. So
yeah.
he's an old Western character, man. He's a badass.
Right,
So he's
right.
just in a modern world, right? He's
Yeah,
in a world where that's crime ridden with drugs and corruption and police and all that stuff, man.
yeah.
And he's just it's Omar being himself, So
Right.
like one of my favorite scenes, is I think it's in season 1 or season 2 when he goes to the court and he's like
Oh, he
he's
has the tie on.
he's wearing his full getup with his baggy jacket, his baggy shirts and baggy pants and stuff, and he just throws on a pink tie. He didn't even like they gave him money to go buy a suit, and he
And he
just
comes
buys
in
a
and puts
tie
the
and wears it.
tie.
Oh man, Omar's the best, man. I can't wait to
Yeah.
hear more stories about how his character develops, man, as you keep watching it, right? So, um, but I know we were kind of speaking on the Star Wars series, right? Especially Mandalorian. We'll kind of stick with the Disney topic here, man. What if? What did you think of the newest What
I
If?
I like
episode with
this
Thor.
episode. This episode was it's probably one of my favorites so far. I really liked it.
Okay, what
The
were some things that you
party
liked about
bro
it?
Thor.
Party bro Thor.
Yeah, him being like just going to planets just to party and like have a good time is that's awesome.
It's definitely a side of certain characters that you don't get to see a lot of, right?
Yeah,
Like because by the time he hits, I guess yeah. By the time I guess you see remnants of it, like as him being Fat Thor, right? Like
yeah,
you know it's in him, but he's by that time he's seen some shit, right? He's
yeah,
been through some shit. Like he lost half the world. Like he's fucking done, right? Like he's seen
yeah,
some shit, been through a bunch of battles, has dealt with Loki's bullshit, saw Loki fucking die in
yeah.
one of the movies, right? But in this one, he's just living his best life, man. And what is wrong with that?
Right.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, just out partying, having a good time.
He's just out there having a good time, man. He's drinking. He has a cup that refills itself over and over.
Right.
Drax was in there. There was
Yeah, he's friends with everybody. Like he's not like enemies with people.
Yeah, he literally doesn't have any enemies. The only enemy that he has is fucking Captain Marvel when she flies out of the fucking sky. Spoilers. It flies out of the sky and starts beating the shit out of him because they call her
Yeah.
because apparently Sam Jack was unconscious because Cork got in the fucking way.
Oh yeah, he ran right over him and
Yeah,
knocked him like into the air.
knocked him in the air or something. He was like, "Are you still unconscious?" And Kobe Smulders kind of took over, right? I forgot her
Yeah.
agent's name, but
Agent Hill,
Agent
Maria
Hill, right?
Hill.
Yeah, yeah. So she like takes over, and I guess they call Captain Marvel.
And Darcy getting married to Howard the Duck. Yo, Mrs. the Duck.
Mist is the duck. Oh man, I love Howard the Duck. I remember watching the old. You ever watch a like
The
that
original movie, the movie in like the was it the late '80s,
in
early
the late
'90s that
'80s,
came
man?
out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again, I didn't
I
watch it when
remember
I was
watching
there
that.
because I was not even born yet. But I remember watching it later in the '90s, man.
Yeah,
It was good. Seth Green does a really good Howard the Duck, man. I think he does the voice really well. So I don't know if
but
you knew that it was his voice.
in the
Howard the Duck not in the movie, but in the
in the
show,
yeah,
Howard
yeah,
the
yeah.
Duck is Seth Green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good episode. I really liked the end too. The the little teaser
Oh,
at the end that was
holy
pretty awesome.
shit.
That was I was like whoa, like my mouth was on the floor. I was like whoa.
Yeah, like at first, I when I seen like the that I guess the original or not the original, but I guess the initial like bots or whatever when they're coming out
Yeah,
or whatever, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, cool, and then like fucking the dude behind him
yeah.
comes out and just fucking like opens up his fucking chest, and you're like,
No, it
oh
was the helmet to open on
oh,
his
because
chest
it was
was
already lit up then.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
chest, okay, I thought the
And then the
chest
helmet
like
lifted
opened up or
up.
something, but yeah, right, it was the helmet, and it had all that. I was like, oh shit. So I don't. Do you think they're gonna tie them all together?
I mean, at least something's got to maybe not tie all together, but some of them got to be continued on. Like I want to see this person what he does
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
because I
would
don't.
love to. I would love to see it, and I think because again, the Watcher always says it's like until next time, or
Yeah,
kind of to be continued or something.
yeah,
Like the Killmonger thing. Like we're still like, are we gonna see more of that? Are we not gonna see it?
yeah,
So it seems like there's more of it. Maybe
yeah,
they won't tell it. Like maybe it's gonna be told more in the sense of like a like Pulp Fiction um or like in the story of what am I thinking of? Like I can't think of the word, but it's like whenever you read a story and it like jumps from story to story, and then they
uh
eventually
huh,
all line up or something.
yeah,
Even if they don't line up, maybe some of the other stories, are like episodes 3, 5, and or 1, 3, and 5 all coincide, and then 2,
yeah,
4, and 6 all coincide or something like
yeah,
that, right? And then
yeah,
maybe they eventually all line up or something. I'd love to see like an ending where they all combine each other. That'd be pretty
yeah,
cool, or at least where some of them combine. That'd be pretty awesome.
yeah,
And I hope that we get or not. Again, it's what if, so it's open interpretation to see what happens.
yeah. I mean, some of them you would be hard to. I guess they're all coming from different multiverse, so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
would be
Some of
like,
them
"Oh,
you couldn't
you're
expand them.
my guy from a different universe," and who knows how that would go down. But
Yeah, maybe
yeah,
the
that
Watcher fucks up and then they crosses over. Like
yeah,
maybe he does something. He's just like, "Oops," and they're like, "Hey, what? We hear you, man," and then they all just cross over or something.
right. But this is definitely one of my favorites. I really like this episode.
I like the lightness of it, especially from the previous darker episodes. Like
Yeah,
some of the darker episodes that they had recently, right? And I won't say darker, but just like more darker themed. I
yeah,
guess this one was a lot of fun to see, right? It was
yeah,
funny. It was great to. I didn't even think that they were gonna get him to actually voice Thor. Um, because I want to say in one of the other episodes, I don't think they did, but it was cool to see them actually get like
Well,
Hemsworth
I
to.
think there's only been a few where it hasn't been the MCU person voicing him. Like,
Yeah,
hasn't been Robert Downey Jr. doing Iron Man.
I know
Um,
Drax. Drax wasn't done by
yeah,
Dave
that wasn't
Bautista.
Dave Bautista, and I don't think there's very many others. Like Jeremy Renner has been there for Hawkeye. Samuel
Yeah,
Jackson's been there for um,
they showed Cap.
Fury.
Yeah, Cap. Captain America was somebody else.
Yeah, that's another one. But for the most part, the rest of them have
Yeah,
been
Natalie
their
Portman,
people.
Kat
Yeah,
Denning. Like when I was looking at the like the initial like Kobe Smulders, looking at the like, because I always look at the cat like the credits, like just to see
yeah,
who's voicing people and stuff, just to be like, oh, I wonder if it's his people. But if you look at the episode, beginning of the episode, they never say Chris Hemsworth. So
oh, I
it
didn't.
wasn't until the end, because like I was like this sounds like him, this is him, and then at the end it like confirmed it, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's Chris Hemsworth, right? But all the other um episodes and stuff, I don't think that they did that necessarily. Well, not that they didn't do that necessarily. I don't know what I'm talking about over here, but I mean like from like a sense of like, did they like who's voicing the people and stuff. So,
Yeah,
but most of them have been like the actors that played them in the
yeah,
movies. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, like the episode. I'm intrigued to see what the next episode is. I wish they would do teasers, man.
yeah.
I
I
understand
think
they.
they show like a little, like they might put something on their social media like the day before, like a little picture or something.
Yeah, I saw that on Monday or Tuesday about Thor. They're like, oh, what
Yeah,
if with God of Thunder, right? And I was just like,
yeah,
oh shit, like I hope this is a good episode. Like I was
yeah,
just like, I hope, well, like I said, good episode, like I hope they don't kill him or he doesn't die or doesn't do something that's messed up, right? So
right.
I do like the fact that Loki, became a giant. He was big as shit, especially when he was on
Yeah,
the phone.
yeah. When he's on that little phone and he drops it and it fell like 20 feet.
Because of how tall he is and stuff. And him and like Thor are like good buddies and they're friendly and stuff. So Tom
Yeah,
Hiddleston's like Hiddleston, I don't know.
Hiddleston, I think.
Hiddleston, like his voice and like how he did it, because I think there was one where he was just like, "What's up, bro?" And I was just like, "What
Yeah,
the fuck? Did he just make that noise or something?" So I thought that was pretty funny for them to kind of like just play around with it, man. It's good to see just some fun, right? And it's again,
yeah,
it's a little adult thing. He's like, "Yo, I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to party. I'm gonna have a good time.
right.
I'm not saving nobody today." So it's good to see them in different elements, and I guess that's what it
Yeah,
is, right? So it's like
yeah,
we always see them in the superhero world, and maybe they'll show us like glimpses of their regular life, but we don't get
yeah.
to see a lot of it. I feel like this was it, right? Because like the closest we ever saw anything like this was the end of the first Avengers film, and it was
Oh,
after the credits
when they were eating shawarma.
when they're eating shawarma, man. They're sitting there just hanging out, eating some food, and like that was the only time you got to see them just like having a good time partying it up. So
Yeah,
I'd love to see some more of that. Maybe just a little bit more. It doesn't have to be too much, but or
yeah.
that's one time where they throw that party. I think it's in the
Age of
Age of
Ultron.
Ultron
Yep.
where they're sitting back and they're trying to, and Cap almost lifts the
They're
fucking
trying to
hammer.
lift the Mjolnir.
Yeah, and Cap almost lifts that hoe, and
Yeah.
fucking Thor's like, oh shit. But anyway, so yeah, that's probably like the only times. But even then, like this fucking scene ended and fucking what's his face showed up. So
Yeah.
it was just like, oh shit. Well, okay, when can they have some fun? When can they just like relax and enjoy themselves and stuff?
Right.
It'll happen, man. Um, Also, man, some big announcements in the movie world, right? There was a movie recently announced that I know you're super excited because you love the '80s films. Super Mario Brothers, man, that movie's coming out. Hell yeah! Okay, I'm kidding, everybody. Derek literally told me before this we started this podcast. He was just like, that movie was trash. It was garbage. Why? I'm a big fan of it. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's John
The
Leguizamo.
cheesiness.
Yeah, maybe just because it's John Leguizamo and I watched it as a kid. So,
Yeah.
again, your perception is a little bit different when you're a kid. But I like the movie. I don't think that it was, I don't think it was that bad. Maybe watching it now, you're probably right. I'll probably watch it and be like, Derek, this is terrible. Why did I say it was so great? But again, man, like the Ninja Turtle films aren't that great, but they're still enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Well, the
uh,
first two anyway.
yeah, the third one is so bad. We're not even gonna acknowledge it. It's kind of like when people talk about like Major League. You ever watch a movie Major League?
Yeah.
Right, the first one is good. It's
Yeah.
funny. It's classic. The second one is, but the third one. Did you know there was a third one?
I didn't even know.
Oh,
It
you
must have been
see,
like directive DV or
it was
VH,
100% directed, but
VHS.
that's a movie that no that's another movie where people are like, we're not gonna talk about the third
Well,
one.
it's like there's a
Or The
isn't there
Godfather.
a
People talk about.
second? a second Sandlot and a third Sandlot also, or something like that?
Okay, so I was at work, right, and we were. I think I told you, like, we're trying to do a movie night, right? We're gonna host a
Yeah.
movie night, like at our place of business and stuff. And then, and I was offering, like, I was suggesting movies to put in the poll to watch the next time, right? And somebody was just like, "Oh yeah, watch the one in, like, yeah, watch The Sandlot. It's so good," or whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, man, it's such a great, it's a classic one." And I was talking to this girl that I work with, and she's all like, yeah, and I was like, so I was like, you've seen that? I was like, you haven't seen The Sandlot because again, most of the people I work with are like in college, so they're pretty young, man. Like they
They're
may
like
or
all
may not.
Gen Zers.
Yes, they may or may not have seen, this the original Sandlot. So I was like, all right, tell me the plot line of the movie, and it was not the plot line of The Sandlot. She was talking about the sequel. She had watched the sequel, had never seen the original, and
You're killing me,
I
Smalls.
was like, you're killing me, Smalls. Like, come on. So but yeah, man. So, anyways, digressing. I know we're getting off topic here. Going back to the Super Mario film, man. Here are your characters, man. I'm gonna list them, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the characters playing them. Right? It's supposed to be an animated film. I still
Yeah.
don't know how I feel about the movie. But
I
I
guess
think,
you got to wait until you see something. I mean, you can't go off of like a list of cast and like one poster that shows the question mark box. It's hard to
yeah,
judge the quality.
no, no,
I
for
guess
sure.
as long as they don't look at like the original Sonic from the Sonic movie.
Well, did you? I think we talked about this in a
Yeah,
previous
we
podcast.
talked about
Did
that.
you watch the Sonic film?
I did. I'm trying to figure out how I watched it because I didn't go to the movies for
No,
that.
same here.
I might have like just like
It was
bootlegged
on
it onto my
Hulu.
phone or something.
It was on Hulu for a while, right? But even if you bootlegged it, like, it wasn't terrible. Again, would I watch it again? Probably not. Do I think it was, a great movie? No, but it's a great movie for kids who eventually will kind of get them to find a love for Sonic. I think it
will
was it was it
Will
was
part two be better because it has Knuckles and Idris Elba?
it might. I'm all for it, man. I think Knuckles is a cool character, man. I liked him in the cartoon show growing up.
And who
So
doesn't like Idris Elba?
Idris Elba is awesome, man. Stringer Bell. Tell
Right.
me, tell me the show is not the same without Stringer Bell, man.
For
After
real.
after the few seasons on The Wire, man, it's not the same. Again, still really good, but it just Stringer Bell just adds an element to it, man. That just, like, I don't know. I can't
Yeah,
explain.
I'm a huge Idris Elba fan. Like
Same.
he's in I
Speaking
just
of
started watching 28 Weeks Later and he's in that. I forgot about him being in that.
what, like the zombie horror film?
Yeah, and Jeremy Renner's in that too.
What
And the dude that plays Link on the second Matrix and the third I think second and the third, or was it just the second?
I have to go back and watch him. I don't want to put out false information. I'll take your word for it. But anyways, what?
Yeah, I like when I just started watching it this afternoon and I'm like, whoa, these people are in this movie.
Don't you love when that happens? Like, you go back and you
Yeah,
watch a movie and you're just like, holy shit, that's so and so. So, I'll never forget, right? Like, I didn't know this, but my girlfriend at the time, she mentioned it. Like, I'll never forget, like, rewatching The Sopranos, and there's an episode where I think and you may remember the episode where he takes his daughter, um,
to look for the colleges.
to look for the colleges, right? And he kills that guy, but they go to a
Yeah,
hotel, or he goes to check in a hotel or something,
yep.
and the bellhop is Lin Manuel Miranda.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so there's
I
a
guess I
scene.
wouldn't recognize him if I
Yeah,
saw him.
no, so, like, again, but the girl that I was dating at the time was just like, "Oh, look, that's Lin Manuel Miranda," and I was just like, "Who?" I didn't know who that was. She did, obviously, because she was more hip to, like, Hamilton. I got onto it,
Yeah,
like, later on, but she was like, "Oh yeah, look, that's him," and I was just like, "Who?" And sure enough, you go to the credits, and she was like, "Hold on, wait till the credits, let me see who that is." And sure enough, it was like all it was titled was like Bellhop Lin Manuel
yeah,
Miranda. He didn't even have any, like, dialogue. He didn't have no
yeah.
words. Like, it was literally he just walked up, grabbed the bags, and, like, walked back, and that was it, man. And I was just like, holy shit. And then, now that I think about it, it's just like those little things where,
Yeah.
how many actors have you seen that have been, like, in scenes where it's like they had no words, or they were like
Well,
that,
yeah. Like if you
side
go back
person?
and watch like older TV shows, and you're like,
That
whoa,
too.
this dude started in this TV show, like Johnny Depp, 21 Jump Street.
Johnny Depp with George Clooney was in
Yeah.
ER. I
In
don't know
ER.
yeah.
Uh, was it ER? Was it
It was one of those, like,
Grey's
medical shows.
Anatomy?
No, I wasn't Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy, like George Clooney. George Clooney, you know George Clooney,
Yeah,
Ocean's
yeah, I
11.
know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, nah, bro. He was like way before that. Maybe he made an appearance. I don't know, but like
Oh,
I don't
I
watch
guess
Grey's.
I just know he was in some medical
So
show. He
he
was a
was in some
doctor.
medical show, but it was like an old medical show, and he started
Oh,
there,
okay.
right? So it was either ER or Surgeon General, General Hospital, something like that, man. I think General Hospital may be like a during the day kind of show, but anyway, so it was kind of one of those things,
Yeah,
um, where they would so yeah, so like where they could show up in some of those shows, man, and so
yeah,
it's awesome. But I do that all the time, man. I'll go back and watch an old show or old movie, and it'll just be like this character or that character, or like this famous actor who's huge, and they're just like there's some peon that's like
yeah.
getting the
Some little
water.
side role or something.
Exactly, man. So, but that's cool that you get to see some of those characters. But again, I know we're deviating here, but let me read you the list, man. So I'm gonna tell you the character or the actors who's playing which character, and I want to hear your feedback or what your first
Yeah,
initial thoughts on them, right? So the first character to be cast, I don't think this was the first character, but the first one I'm going to mention is Mario. Do you know who Mario is being played by?
is Chris Pratt being Mario?
Chris Pratt is playing Mario. What are your thoughts on him, man, playing Mario?
I mean, are they gonna make him do like an Italian accent, like the "It's a me, a Mario"? Like the same guy has been doing it for all the games.
Really?
Yeah,
So the same voice
some old
actor?
white dude.
Seriously?
Yeah, there was like it was some documentary on video games or something on like Netflix,
Mhm.
and they
Was it high
talked to this
score? It
guy.
was high score, probably,
Was
right?
it maybe? But they talked to the guy, and it's the same guy been doing the voice of Mario in all the Mario games since the first Mario game that
No
has had a
shit.
voice.
No shit.
Yeah.
I never knew. But will they make Chris Pratt do it? I don't know, man.
Are they gonna like just make him like regular American dude sounding
You
or
know that. I mean, you make a good point. I mean, let's be mindful, right? Like, let's have like somewhat of a just like quick, serious conversation. Like, would that be
because
appropriating in that? Would that be offensive? Right? It's like having
I'm
it.
sure somebody would complain, especially in this day and age.
Because so like, and like, I think I know we kind of touched on it, like one of the episodes or two episodes ago, where like the like um Aquafina and her accent,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
it's kind of like that thing. So it's like, is he gonna have that voice or is he gonna be? Because I'll never forget, man. Like I remember where I was, but I was like with some friends or something, and I made like an Italian accent or whatever, and somebody like called me out, and they were
Well,
just all
somebody
like.
like, oh,
No, we were just like I think we were just kind of joking around. Like we pretended like we were in a pizza parlor, and we had a
yeah.
guy named Fat Tony, and we were just like, "Hey, Fat Tony, we're making a pizza or whatever," right? So, anyways, but I'll never forget somebody who was just like, "Hey, that's like really highly offensive to like Italians, right?" Like somebody pulled me aside and like told me that, and I see your
That
face, right? But
person probably has never watched an episode of Family Guy because they do them Italian stereotypes all the time.
boppity boopy, boppity boopy.
Yo,
Yes, I know, right? So
no, but my favorite one is when they're standing in line at the movies and the guy like cuts in front of them. They're like, hey, oh, hey there, Copernicus. Why don't you navigate yourself to the back of the line with your shoes and stand there with your shirt?
wait. Number one, how the fuck does an Italian guy know who Copernicus is? and
Isn't Copernicus Italian?
yes, no, he is Italian, and how did he know something about navigation, right? Because it's like with the stars align. Like, how did he know
Yeah.
anything about Copernicus and navigating? Because that's absolutely correct. How does an Italian guy in a movie theater know this shit? Anyways, but my point is that person. I know, but bro, we gotta like be. Like you're right. Like it is funny, right? To an extent. As long as we know we're telling a joke, like it's
As long
funny,
as you
right?
say no offense before.
No, because then you're gonna start bringing in no pause and all that. No, we can't do that. Not in the podcast, man. No, don't do that here, man. Anyways, so that
No
person,
offense. Beep.
and you just go out and just say it, right? But no, so a person like they call me and they're just like, hey, that's probably offensive to people, right? But at that time, like I was just like, oh, it's just a joke, but I get where you're coming from, right? Like you
Yeah.
said, somebody 100% gonna be offensive. So I don't know. I think he may just do his voice,
Yeah. Because he
which
did his own like the second Lego movie, like it was just it was just his voice.
yeah, yeah.
He didn't change his voice or anything for that.
Which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but each his own, right? The
Yeah.
second person is Anya Taylor Joy. She is going. I think I pronounced that right. Anya. It's Anya.
See Princess Peach?
Gonna be Princess Peach. Do you know who that is?
No idea.
I believe she. Ooh. Let me double check here because I believe she was the She was in Queen's Gambit. I believe that was her.
Let's see. She was in Split.
Oh, she was in Split. That's right.
She was in the New Mutants. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, I haven't seen. Oh yeah, yep.
This
She's in Queen's Gambit. So she was.
New
I
Mutants
think
sucked.
you said what?
New Mutants sucked.
New Mutant
Oh,
sucks.
and she was in Glass also.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she
she
was.
was in. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, she's in Peaky Blinders.
Vampire Academy. Oh,
I was like,
they
oh,
have her
she's.
listed for 2 future Mad Max movies coming out.
Oh, are you looking at IMBD?
No, it's I just googled her name and went to movies and TV shows.
Yeah, there's a movie
So
called.
apparently, there's a Mad Max: The Wasteland with Tom Hardy coming back, and there's a movie just based on Furiosa.
I was literally about to say, yeah, on her IMBD it shows Furiosa as a credit film. So I wonder if she'll get to be a part of that or something like that. But that's pretty cool. But yeah,
Oh, the
so
Playmobil movie.
oh yeah. No, so Queen's Gambit,
Wee.
she was excellent in that, man. She was awesome. So it's good to see. Like I think she played a pretty good Peach, especially like her range and stuff. I think she'll be pretty
Yeah,
good. The next person, Luigi. Um, it's gonna be Charlie Day, man. I think
that's kind of a weird
height wise and
choice.
look wise, yes, but I think voice and how he is as a character, and like Luigi sometimes will be like all spazzy and stuff.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be a great Luigi. Like I think he's like that was an awesome pick for them to pick up for Luigi.
yeah.
Um, Bowser is oh my god, I didn't write down. I just wrote Bowser and Bowser twice. I don't know why I did that, but let's see. In the movie, no, this is they pulled up the old movie. They pulled up the old one with John Leguizamo, man. That's fucking awesome. That's awesome. Oh, it's gonna be Jack Black. Jack Black's gonna be Bowser.
Nice.
I think that's good. That's a good catch, man. I love Jack Black. Almost
Yeah, I
anything
like
that he
Jack
does.
Black.
The other person is Toad. Is gonna be played by Keegan Michael Key.
That's cool. I
Uh,
like Keegan Michael Key.
he's hilarious, man. Did you ever watch him on Mad TV? Were you ever a Mad TV person? Or were you more
So the
SNL
only
or you didn't like either one?
like old SNL,
It's a classic,
back in
man.
the
It's
day, Dan
timeless.
Aykroyd, all them guys, up to like Adam Sandler and them and that crew. But after that, trash. Like
Oh,
once
okay, guys.
I think
Yeah.
after probably like Will Ferrell, like all that after that, it's trash.
Oh, fair
Um,
enough.
but as far as Mad TV goes, the only skit I really liked was Stewart.
Stuart was a good one.
No.
Yeah, Stuart was a good one. Miss,
Oh, and the what's the Asian lady?
I think it's like Miss Wong or Miss. No, it's not Miss Wong. Ah, man, Mad TV. It is. Oh, Miss Swan.
Miss Swan, yeah.
Miss Swan. Yeah, no, I liked Matt TV a lot, man. I used to watch it all the time as a kid, man. That was like usually my go-to with like Ari Spears. They had Keegan Michael Key,
I like
Jordan
Aries
Peele.
Spears.
Ari
His
Spears is
stand up
hilarious.
is good.
Yeah, you ever see him do the impressions?
Yeah, when he does Arnold, when he talks about being at the gas station and Arnold's there and he's like making the noise and Arnold answers back in the noise. That's such an
He's
excellent
like, oh,
story.
get to the job. He's just like, yes. Um. So yeah, so I think that that's gonna be um. He's awesome. Matt TV's awesome, and then for Donkey Kong they got Seth Rogen, man.
Why is Donkey Kong in this?
I
Like I
had
understand that like that was the first
I
like
think
from
that's
the
why.
first Mario,
I think that's why, man. I think it's gonna pay
but a lot
homage.
of people aren't gonna know that. Like the younger generation.
No, but the fucking players who've been playing for the past 40,
That's
30
true.
years, man, we're gonna know who the hell that is. The old school arcade game. We're
Yeah,
gonna have
Seth Rogen
appreciation.
as Donkey Kong.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good, man.
Yeah.
But I was just peak like for Seth Rogen. He just has that same laugh, and I don't know if I can mimic it right now, but it's like or
Did you
whatever.
ever have you seen there's a YouTube video that like it's Seth Rogen's laugh. I think it's Kamala Harris's laugh, and it might be Cardi B's laugh,
Oh my
like
god.
all like looped
No.
over each other and just like
No.
replayed.
That just sounds awful on so many levels, man. That sounds awful on so many levels. It does not sound like a good time. But no, yeah, for me, I just anytime I see Seth Rogen, good actor, man. I like his work. But I just can't unsee him in Pineapple Express. For me, he's
Yeah,
just the same Pineapple Express person in
yeah,
every film. So like he's that character in every film. So but I do like him. I do like his work, man. Anytime I watch him, he cannot not make me laugh, man. So
yeah,
I appreciate him. But yeah, I think the movie has potential, right? I'm not gonna say I have high hopes for it. I'm gonna go in there with the lowest expectations
yeah.
ever.
I have to wait until I see like a clip or something to make a judgment.
Hmm.
Like off of just like the cast list, I can't like decide like off of that alone
Yeah.
if I would like it or not like it.
No, because I mean, shoot, they had in Assassin's Creed, was it Michael Fassbender?
Yeah,
Yeah, like he was like one of the lead actors in that film. Again, great actor. He had his name was definitely climbing at that time, but it's just the movie flopped. So
yeah,
I don't know. Anytime it comes to like movies to or video games to movies or TV shows or something, man, like you know, um, I'm not always kind
for
of
some
like.
reason doesn't it's hard to translate from that medium from video games to movies for some reason. Like really what's been a good video game to movie adaptation?
Which one was it? I think I was talking about this with somebody else.
Doom
Um,
with the Rock.
oh my god.
But that one scene towards the end where they made it first person,
Mhm.
that was a pretty legit scene. Like that scene that sequence was pretty awesome.
I don't think I ever watched that one. I probably have to go back and watch it. But here are some video games to movies. Jumanji wasn't too bad.
But that was a wait.
Well, I
Was
guess
there
not.
ever?
Never mind. I don't know why it says video game. I guess it was based off a video game, but it wasn't like a real game. Never mind.
Yeah, there
That
was
was
never real
stupid.
no
Yeah,
Jumanji
that was
game.
stupid. I don't know
There's
what
a
the fuck I'm
board game
talking about.
now
Yep.
after the movie came
Don't
out.
ever listen to me, Derek. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I gotta find another bro.
No, how dare you?
One wrong fact check.
Yeah, they're gonna have a new song. It's gonna be like me three bros, me single bro, me only bro in here, yay, or something like that. Like it's gonna be some me three bro or me three or me we bro or something. Oh shit, the Mortal Kombat games. I was hoping. Oh, what about fucking you didn't like any of the Resident Evil films? Not a single one?
I mean, if I were to like strictly base it off of like the game,
Oh man,
there
wait a
was
minute. Street
there was
Fighter 1994. Sorry, Derek. I'm
oh
so sorry. You
yeah,
didn't get it
yeah,
in there,
with
but
Jean
Street
Claude Van
Fighter
Damme.
1994 was awesome. Even though it's like ranked at the 35, like 35th worst movie or something. Anyways,
But to base like if you compare the game to the movie, like it just doesn't like they like deviated so far from the source material,
hmm
especially in the later ones. It just like went out of control.
yeah, true, very
Hopefully,
true.
this reboot will be good.
They'll kind of turn it around. Mortal Kombat, the first one's on here. It was ranked number 9. Rampage, it's 51 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's the sixth best movie on here. The newest Mortal Kombat, it's number 4, the best video game to adaptation. Um, and then Sonic the Hedgehog is number 3. This one is, would you say it's based on a video game, Detective Pikachu, or would you say that's more so based on like a cartoon?
I didn't even know there was a game Detective Pikachu.
I don't
I'm
know if
not
there's
that
like
big
a
into
game.
Pokemon lore, so I don't know.
Yeah, apparently the best movie or best video game to movie adaptation, if you could guess any movie, the best one, and it's 73% on Rotten Tomatoes. Give me a guess, man.
Super Mario Brothers.
No, I think that one was last. Was it even on the list? Didn't even make the list. Didn't make the cut. Must be terrible.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, that was based off of comics and the
Yeah,
cartoon.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's a phone video game.
A phone video game.
Yeah, it was a game on a phone first.
Snake.
Ooh, no.
Tetris. I don't know.
Angry Birds, the movie. Part 2.
Get out of here.
73%, man. 73%. Angry Birds. That's the best movie, apparently, to.
Is that really a video game?
It's a
I don't
video
count
game.
mobile games as video games.
You said what?
I don't count mobile phone apps as video games.
Ooh,
If it
that is
doesn't
a.
cost, if it doesn't take $60 out of my bank account,
Ooh, that is a.
I'm fighting
Yeah.
words.
No, not fighting words, man. That's a controversial topic right there, man. That's our
Yeah,
controversy topic,
you can't
or
compare
praise, or
my
word.
Samsung or your Apple to our PS5s on any level.
Nah, not at all. Speaking of PS5s, man, I did a solid, and I hope PlayStation doesn't cancel me or anything like that for a friend. I had a friend that was looking for a PlayStation.
Oh, they send you the invite to buy one?
So they didn't send it to me, but they sent it to my friend. Howard, you know what? Let me check. Let me see if they sent me one and I just fucking completely missed it. But
I don't understand how I've never gotten one. You know, Justin's gotten two.
what?
His original that he has, he got the invite, and then he just got another one, and he used it to buy his buddy one.
Love you, Justin, by the way. I didn't mean that. But no, I didn't mean anything. No, I didn't know he got it twice. So I had a friend who they got the invite. And I can't believe you don't, because like literally, bro, you
I've
love
had
PlayStation.
PSN
PlayStation.
since PSN was started. I've had a PSN account.
You're on betas. You're on everything, or at least a lot of things. Like you always get a
Yeah,
bunch
I
of
didn't
stuff
get the
sent to
last
you.
beta either for PS5, which I don't understand.
Bastards. Anyway, so they sent it to my friend, and she couldn't like she wants to buy one, but like she can't justify it right now because she's just not playing
Yeah,
her system that much, and plus it's $600 or $541, right? And so I like told the friend of a friend who's been looking for one, and I was like, bro, why don't you tell me I could get you one? Because I'm just always on Twitter, and I always see like when they launch or whatever.
yeah,
And so yeah, I sent it. Like I told him, I was like, hey, I can get you a PS5. Do you want it? And he was like, hell yeah. So like I told my friend, and she like bought it, or I sent her the money, and then he just paid me back. So he's gonna get a PS5 on Wednesday, man. So
nice. I
yo,
heard that yesterday Best Buy were supposed to have some in stock in the
in
store,
stores, yep.
but I didn't see. I don't know, so I don't.
I think it was supposed to be random stores, and I don't know how you got like access to it or how that worked, but it worked somehow like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Back to the video games, man. Let's see this list. Oh, apparently this one they rated the best one was an animated um Mortal Kombat game or Mortal Kombat film or something.
Was it the Scorpion one?
I think so. I think it was like Scorpion's Revenge or something like that.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, they rated it like I mean, it
I
wasn't
think
rated really high, but it was like a 3.4 or something. So,
all the animated Resident Evils are definitely good.
oh yeah, Scorpion's Revenge. You watched that one?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, they said this is probably the best like video game adaptation of a.
I think it was on HBO Max for a while before
Are you
that last
serious?
Mortal Kombat movie came out.
Shit, I'm gonna try to go find it and watch it, man. And then they
But
said
the
Pokemon was Pokemon a game first? I thought it was like a card game first, or like even a TV show first.
I
I
don't
don't know,
know.
man. It's hard to tell. I guess Street Fighter, the second one, the animated movie, that one's they say is pretty good
Oh, the
too.
Street Fighter 2 from like the 90s, the animated one.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one right here.
That was
Yeah,
epic. Like
1994.
if you haven't seen that one, definitely go watch that Street Fighter. Like the
Okay,
fights in that
Street Fighter
are
2, the animated movie.
yeah. You haven't seen it?
No, I've never seen it, man.
Bro, from the very beginning, the first fight up until the end, just
It's awesome. Like hard
badass
octane,
fights.
just like
And dudes are huge. Like, what's the one dude? Tomahawk, the Native American dude. Is that his name?
yeah.
He's like the size of a friggin' house.
Oh,
And
guess
I
what,
think Ken
man?
fights him. Is it Ken or Ryu fights him?
Bryan Cranston is one of the voices.
For real?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right? Like what? But yeah, Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, was released in 1994, and they say
I've
that
watched
this
that
is
so many times.
IMDb rated it a 7.2. Holy shit, I could watch it on Tubi. All right, man, I'm gonna invest and try to find this, man. I'm gonna try to watch this. I want to watch
Yeah,
this
watch it
now.
this weekend.
I'm a
It's good.
Street Fighter, yep, Street Fighter 2, and then you said the Scorpion one too is freaking
Yeah,
awesome
Scorpion's
too, right?
Revenge was good too. And then
Animated
all the
movie.
Resident Evil animated ones.
MK. All right, man. I got to know what I'm watching this weekend, man. We can talk about it next podcast.
Sweet.
Which, hey, if you guys are listening, the next episode is going to be episode 20. Me and Derek are going to be drinking. Oh yeah, having some adult beverages for episode 20. So hopefully you guys can definitely chime in on there and listen in for that episode before we get into that. But yeah, no, Street Fighter anime movie, gonna watch it, man. But just like we were saying, sometimes video games don't translate really well into movies, man. So best of luck
Yeah.
to
There's
the
an
new
Uncharted movie coming out.
Uncharted,
Hopefully that's good.
the Last of Us HBO series.
Yeah, hopefully that's
Oh
good.
man, and they're actually taking characters from the game too, right? Like Pedro
Yeah.
Pascal is supposed to be what, Tommy, or no, he's playing
No,
Joel.
he's playing Joel.
Yeah, and they have like Ellie and stuff. So it's supposed. I mean, I have hope. I have high. I'm like high hopes for the
Yeah.
show because I think that HBO can do it right. Will they? We'll see. Right? Like that's
Yeah.
yet to
I
be
mean, they
seen.
got
But
the backing, they got the money, they got so the I just read today that the prequel for the Game of Thrones series that's coming out, it's gonna have 17 dragons.
what?
Yeah. They got the budget for 17 dragons in this new
Bro, they
series.
couldn't get budget for one fucking dragon. Now they can get 17.
Right. I guess they got a lot of merchandising going.
Well, I mean, isn't it like kind of centered around the Targaryens?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that explains why. I remember
Yeah.
watching like this really cool clip, and then and then I went to this Game of Thrones. Like I went to this convention, and when I went to this convention, they had like it's broken down into like certain sections, or I guess like symposiums
Genres
or
or
something.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there was like a just like a self-made Q&A, and this guy just went in through the whole history before like it originally came to the books. So it was
Yeah.
like he stopped right where book one kind of began, but he went
Yeah.
through all the history and he went through all the Targaryen history. It is fucking awesome. It sounds awesome. Just like the stories, the dragon fights, and like
Yeah.
who ruled what, man. It sounds fucking
Hopefully
awesome.
this new series is good. I don't even know when it's supposed to come out.
I have no idea, man. For right now, in my mind, everything's coming out 10 years from now.
Right.
Not really. Like, of course, everything's gonna come out like probably in the next 3 to 5 years. But for me,
Yeah.
like, I'm just like 10 years from now. Fuck it.
I saw that Shang-Chi is going to be on Disney Plus in November.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Super excited about that, man. I'm gonna rewatch the shit out of
Hell
that.
yeah.
It
It
was.
was definitely I have to get a sound bar.
Oh yeah, you have to, man.
Cuz
Piss
like
your neighbors off.
I have a full stereo setup, but
Hmm.
I have it in the game room where my PlayStation and stuff is.
Does it piss off the girlfriend? Sometimes, or
No,
she
because
doesn't
she's
bother
not
her.
yeah, she doesn't like she was never into it. She's not an audiophile. She's not into that stuff. She could care less as long as she can hear something, she's fine.
Yeah.
But I just like to me when I'm watching like when we watch TV downstairs when we watch like a movie or a television show or anything, and I'm
Hmm.
like, and sometimes like with like these streaming services, like the
Yeah.
volume goes up and down by itself, and I'm like, what the heck? Like you miss stuff because the volume like
That or the
alters by
volume
itself.
just kind of sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know if
So
it's just me, but like you said, certain streaming services, like Netflix is loud as shit to me sometimes. But like
yeah,
Hulu, not so much. HBO Max, not so much. Like I have to turn it
yeah,
up sometimes on some of the streaming
yeah,
services. So it's weird. It's really weird.
yeah. So I'm hoping I'm looking for a good sound bar. So I'm hoping maybe that might help.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some good stuff coming in the next few months that I'm
No, for
excited
sure.
for.
I'm definitely waiting for it, man. I think that it's gonna like I'm just excited. There's so many things coming out, man. Again with Shang-Chi coming out, I'm super excited about that. Like coming out to Disney Plus, I'm gonna rewatch it.
And
I
then
hope.
the Hawkeye series coming to Disney Plus
Oh,
too.
damn it. Stop it,
Man,
Derek. There's too many goddamn shows coming out, man. So
right.
excited for all those to come out and everything. And seeing what's gonna come up in the future, man. So
And I watched a couple of like I wouldn't say I mean I guess well for some people they'd be older movies, but I watched a couple of movies from the past the other day
what you watch,
over the
man?
weekend. So I watched From Dusk Till Dawn. So George Clooney,
Oh shit.
Cheech Marin
Okay.
in three different characters.
You said what?
Three Cheech Marin has three different characters.
Oh shit, yeah, Cheech Marin. Fucking love Cheech
Yeah.
Marin. Cheech and
Danny
Chong.
Trejo with no long hair, without the ponytail. So
Oh, he
weird.
has like short hair.
Yeah, it was so weird. It
Oh
was like it wasn't short, but it wasn't long either. It was like here.
Oh, okay. Still weird, man. He needs
Yeah,
that ponytail,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, so weird. So I watched that. I haven't
We
watched it
gotta
in a
do like
while.
a part vampire episode. What are some of my favorite like vampire films or something, man? I'm sure you've seen quite a few, and I know Dust from Down probably is
There's
on that
something that I
list.
saw today that's coming to Netflix in October. called Night Teeth or something like that.
Okay.
Some movie. I'm not 100% sure on the title. Don't quote me on that. But so this guy, he's like a cabbie or Uber driver or something. And he's taking people from party to party, and the people he's driving around happen to be vampires, and they're going from place to place to suck people's blood. It's supposed to be a horror movie coming on Netflix next month.
What?
Yeah, I just read about it today.
Okay, yeah, no, I gotta check that out, man. I'm always down with some vampire films, man. Sometimes they can be
Yeah,
super spooky, sometimes they can be funny, sometimes they can just be like good stories, right? So
yeah,
from Dusk Till Dawn, I didn't expect a lot of that shit.
yeah.
Salma Hayek did not. I was just like, I just remember being like a young boy.
So that's when I was watching it. I wanted to ask you, like, you remember when she came to the table and she was standing in front of Richie, Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino's character, and she takes the bottle of whiskey from him and like pours it down her leg, down her foot, into his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you would do?
Okay, people are gonna call me out now. Um, Now who's doing this? Is this Salma Hayek? Because if it's Salma Hayek,
All right, Salma. Let's say it's Salma Hayek.
bro, I'm doing it.
She just walked across the stage in bare feet, walked across people's tables in bare feet. She's standing on your table in bare feet. Who knows who people put on that table before that? Doesn't change your mind?
Derek, I'm getting E. coli. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. It's Salma Hayek at her peak, bro. When she's still beautiful, but like
Yeah.
that was her. When I remember again, like I said, or when I was gonna tell the story right before you started the
So
story, I was a kid and I remember watching it in my teenage years, and I was just like, I, if there's everybody, it's everybody's like in some point of a man's life where he becomes from a boy to a teenager to a man. I swear,
yeah,
I was sitting there and I was like, I'm a man. Like I became a man. Holy shit, man. But yeah, no, she could. Yeah, that's gross, but I'm
and then
me
the
gross,
second
whatever.
part, like after that, she like drinks it, but then she doesn't drink it. She has it in her mouth, and then she like spits it into his mouth.
Now, if I had a choice for one or the other, I would do one or the other. I wouldn't do both. I don't know if I could do both.
Couldn't do the foot and the mouth.
I couldn't do foot and mouth, man. Foot and mouth disease is not funny. No, I'm just kidding. E. coli or herpes? I'm taking E. coli, bro. I'll take E. coli over herpes. I don't know. I don't know what's in her mouth. I don't know where her mouth's been. Like,
Right.
just pour the fucking and it's tequila, man. So it's fucking alcohol in it anyway. So it's
Yeah.
burning most of the whatever the fuck's on her feet. I hope. I don't know. I gotta go back and rewatch that, man. But yeah, call me gross, but I'm doing it. It's fucking Salma Hayek. She's beautiful, man.
So what if it's just some random dancer?
No, absolutely not. Get your nasty ass feet away from me. Salma Hayek is a goddamn angel of a woman. She's a goddess. She has beautiful feet. She could pour that shit on in my mouth. I don't I don't care what kind of podunk goddamn strip club you're from. Don't put your feet near me and don't put your tequila near me either.
So I watched another Quentin Tarantino movie this weekend also,
Oh man, I love me some Quentin Tarantino. Which film did you watch?
Django.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Fucking awesome movie, man.
I
Awesome
I'm a
movie.
I'm a huge fan of Tarantino movies. Just like I watched Pulp Fiction a few weeks back.
Hmm.
Also, like I love some Quentin Tarantino movies. Like I haven't seen the newest one,
Oh
with
really?
Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt.
Really? Man, that's the
Yeah, I
one
haven't
where he
seen it
like
yet.
got like it's oh fuck, man. You have to watch it. If you get a chance, like
What's it
watch it,
called
dude.
again?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I mean, now that you gave me a challenging question, let me ask you a question. What's the worst Tarantino film? Which one do you least like?
Uh,
Yeah, give me a tough ass question. There's your question, man.
um,
I guess it wasn't a tough question. It was more so of a gross question. I just outed myself. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have been listening in the past few minutes, I just said that I would drink tequila off Salma Hayek's feet. It's fine.
I'd
But I
have
would not
to
let her spit tequila in my mouth.
probably Jackie Brown.
Oh,
I don't know.
oh shit! It's
I
so
just
good.
I just didn't like it. Didn't I don't know. It didn't.
Ah,
Wait, he didn't do From Dusk Till Dawn too, did he?
I don't think so. I don't even think he did either one of those. It was Robert Rodriguez, right? He just
But he
kind of
was like, I think
co-wrote it or
he,
some shit.
yeah,
Because from Dust from Dawn 2, I think I watched part of it and it was bad. It was like one of those like, after
straight to
hour,
DVD.
yeah, or something, man. Or like I was like a Saturday when like sometimes primetime televisions will show like movies, like old movies.
Yeah.
It was one of those things, and I was just like, this
What
is
would you say is
oh,
your favorite Tarantino movie?
I just man, I like Reservoir Dogs is really good.
Oh yeah, Reservoir Dogs is excellent.
um, Kill Bill is awesome, but I just like the way the story is told, and I just sometimes like a lot of dialogue. I really like Pulp Fiction. That's
Yeah,
probably like, and again, it's probably bad to say. Like you're probably like, oh yeah, everybody loves Pulp Fiction, but like I, it has an all-star cast, and like I think that that was the film that really got. And people know this already, but like, um, what's his face, John Travolta. Like, remember he was having like kind of a down, point in his career, and this really kind of elevated it, improved it a little bit more, and like he definitely got some more, got some more shine to say.
yeah,
But I just like the story, with Bruce Willis and him like he's like thinking he's escaping and he runs into fucking Marcellus Wallace
yeah,
and like hits him with his car and he's like running away and then like he gets knocked out in the pawn shop and then the other guy and then like all that fucked up shit's happening. I don't
yeah,
I don't know why, man. I just love that. I love
yeah,
again Samuel L. Jackson. Say what again? I dare you. I double dog dare you. Like I just like, dude, it's I don't know, man. I just like the storyline. I like the characters.
yeah,
It all makes sense, but it also doesn't make sense, and it all happens in one single day. And I
yeah,
like, and again, Uma Thurman getting fucking OD'd and they had to stick a needle in her chest.
yeah,
Dude, I don't know. It's again, I get it, man. That's a lot of people's favorites, but that's probably my favorite. I just like the
yeah,
story, man. I like how it's presented. Like it's really cool. But Django, again, he has like awesome films. Like it's tough, man, because he has some
yeah.
really good films, man. So I don't know. What's your
I,
favorite, man?
I really like Inglorious Bastards. Like
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
movie just, and that there was actually, there was a group during World War II that were nicknamed the Inglorious Bastards. Like
Oh no way. So it's
somewhat, like it's not.
loosely based,
Yeah, it's a lot of fluffed up and everything, but
of course.
like none of that. Of course, none of that. The what really happened in that movie actually happened in real life, but
Yeah.
I think they just borrowed the name. But
Mm-hmm.
just like the sequence of events and them tracking down and having like a former German soldier with them as part of them, and
Yeah.
having Jewish guys like taking out Nazis and stuff like that.
Yeah. Just like nah, man. It's the other way around. It's like
And Christoph Waltz's character, um, what was his name in the movie?
was it Hans or something? I could be making that up. I don't know. I'm just giving him just a general German name in my head. But whatever his character is, but yeah, no, Christopher. Like I was just about to say right before you made the comment, Christopher Waltz is that dude. Like for me, can do no wrong as an actor. Like the
Yeah,
dude is a killer in everything he's in, man. Like
Hans Landa
I
was his
wasn't wrong.
character.
I said Han.
Hans.
Oh my! I wasn't too far off, or I wasn't too far
Yeah,
off, man. Like holy shit. But no, like I just like him in that. Like, he like in that film, he's so cool.
yeah,
He's like so cool. He's so composed, but he's also really fucking menacing.
yeah,
And it's scary to see on the film, like when he's talking to that woman, and they're like he's trying to tell him about like, hey, people harboring Jews or what, giving him the whole
yeah.
like. And he's telling it in perfect. I think he even speaks like 3 or 4 different languages,
Oh
but
yeah,
the fact that he was like, because I think he talks German and French in the film, but like anyway, so like he's sitting there and he's like having a conversation, and like me watching the film, I'm fucking scared of him. Like him giving that whole speech, dude, it's fucking scary. It's
yeah,
terrifying, but he's awesome. Like he's awesome, awesome, awesome in the film, man. Where he's just like he's Stone Cold Killer, man. And not just to mean that in the sense of the film, but just like him as an actor, man. I can't do no wrong. I want him in more films. I don't know why he's not in more films, but he needs to be in more films, man, because he's awesome.
yeah. Him and he was Inspector. He's in the next James Bond
Oh
movie.
shit,
His
yeah.
character in Alita Battle Angel is pretty good,
I need to watch that movie.
and I like that. I like that Alita Battle Angel. I'm hoping they make another one of those.
Wasn't it based off a comic book?
Yeah,
It was a comic book film.
they're not. I don't think it's comic book. I think it's a Japanese anime cartoon.
Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense.
So I just saw that Tarantino was asked about another movie in the Kill Bill line, and it'll be about the bride's daughter.
Yes, yes. Well, would be awesome. Would be awesome, right? Because I want to hear more. I forgot her
But then
name.
what would be the part of it because all the people that were after, that all the
Well, remember Vivica A's daughter like lives.
okay.
And like she's like, and remember she tells her, she's like, look, I know you're gonna be angry, I know you're gonna come after me, blah blah blah, like, but I'm gonna let you live, blah blah. Like,
Oh yeah, that's
gives
right.
her a whole speech and then like dips out. Because I thought that was initially what it was gonna be. It was gonna be her getting her revenge on Uma Thurman, but I think some
Yeah.
stuff happened, like it was just speculation and stuff. That's what he wanted to do. But if it's on the bride's daughter, that'd be awesome. Because I think with like, was it with people like passing away and stuff. Was it Dave Carradine or something?
Yeah.
Like I know he was supposed to be part of like the prequel or something, but like I don't know. But either way, like with the daughter, I think the daughter plus Vivica A. Fox's character's daughter,
Yeah.
kind of going at it would be awesome. And I think that there's still some lore, some myths and stuff that it can kind of play into that to kind of
Yeah.
still build that story. But that'd be awesome. And I know he's kind of thought about it, right? And he's talked about it and stuff, but I want some more. I want some more other stories, man. I want some more from him. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Derek, whatever you're doing this weekend, man, cancel that shit. Watch that movie. It's awesome.
I'm gonna have to try and find it and watch it.
It is a good film, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'm not gonna say like anything what happens or anything like that. But it's cool. It's a good film, man. It's worth the watch, man. I remember watching it in the theater. It wasn't what I expected. Like I had this expectations on it, and I went in and it just wasn't what I expected. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh shit, this is pretty cool. So um but what it's based off of, right?
No, not nothing. I'm going to this movie blind.
Okay, so I'll give you some little bit of background. Again, it's similar to what you would read in the synopsis, right? But it's about this actor whose career is kind of on the downfall,
Yeah.
and he's trying to find his way. But it's also during the I think it's the 70s. Like it's during the 70s, um, with when all that Manson killings and stuff happened. I
Oh,
forgot
okay.
I forgot what it was called. There's like a name for it, but it's
Yeah.
it's during that same time, and Charlie Manson's like in the film, but also some other elements of that as well. So it's during that time frame.
Oh,
So
okay.
again, be mindful as to like what some of those things happening and stuff. So because remember they like Charlie Manson like told some people to go to this house and kill some people and stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's kind of like uh, what happens, right? Like in the film. But that's again synopsis. Like it's in that same world, and that kind of
Yeah.
gets brought in together. It's tied together somehow, man. So it's gonna be a good watch, man. You'll like it. You'll like it. I didn't
Cool.
think I was gonna, as like it as much, but it's interesting. It's just we
Yeah.
can talk about it in the next episode, man. Like it's worth the watch. So I'll watch Street
Sweet.
Fighter. You watch that, man. We got some things to watch. So.
So the last thing I wanted to talk about was week 2, and then week 3 for you guys just started last night.
Oh shit! Here we go.
NFL.
NFL, right? What were your takeaways from the week 2 in the NFL, man?
I'm glad the Seahawks lost. San Francisco struggled at the beginning, but then they overcame and stood tough and got
Yes,
the
they did.
W. Um, didn't you guys lose twice this week already?
We did, man. The Texans, they definitely lost. So it's kind of tough when your quarterback has a bumped hamstring, right? So again, like you said, week two
Oh,
and
I
three.
thought you meant rap sheet. 22 people deep.
Whew, that was spicy. I won't talk about too much of that, but if the man is guilty, he needs to be, put up to the highest penalty. But if he's innocent, let the man be innocent. But if
I
he's
heard Joe Buck was like all on him during the game last night.
dude, he went in. I heard that too. Like Joe Buck was like, this dude is like 20 something like allegations, and was just like
Yeah,
doesn't want to be part of this team. This team doesn't want anything to do with him. Joe Buck was
yeah,
going in on the guy. Which again,
that's
if
what I heard.
if he's guilty, man, full penalty, right? Thankfully, we live in the U.S., man. You're innocent before proven guilty,
Yeah,
so we got that going for us. But again, in the opinion of the public, he's guilty,
he
right? Like
looks bad.
unfortunately, that's the way it is, man. It looks bad. If all these people are coming out and saying these things, it's like the old, verbiage of the old phrase, right? Like if I'm probably butchering it, but if it looks like a duck, talks like a duck, cracks like a duck,
It's
it's
probably a duck.
probably a duck kind of thing. So, but some good games,
Hey,
right? So I'll kind of run it through here. Our last Thursday night's game was a good one, even though I didn't expect it to be, and we kind of talked about it. It was the Giants in Washington. Game ended
yeah,
30-29.
came down to the wire.
Giants are 0-2. Poor Giants. We got the Bengals and the Bears. Bears are 20 won the game with the field goal, 20-17.
Yeah, didn't they lose their quarterback and had to fall back to the rookie?
That's right. They went to Justin Fields, who's starting
I
this
think
week,
like
man.
3 quarterbacks got injured this past weekend.
Uh,
Tua got hurt from Miami.
oh, did he?
Yeah,
Damn,
Tua
that
got
sucks.
something with the ribs, I think.
Hmm.
I want to say someone else got another quarterback.
Tyrod Taylor was one of them. Besides
So, all
him,
right.
but yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see who else. So Rams and the Colts. Rams won 27-24. They're 2-0, man. How are the
I
Rams looking with
mean,
Matthew Stafford?
you played the Colts. And who'd they play the week before? Who was their week one game?
um, well, I'll tell you right now. I can't remember who they played week one. I remember it was week one. They played the Bears. Like, man, I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I get you. They're 2-0.
Yeah.
You know, in the NFL, it doesn't matter. A win is a win. A win will get you closer to the
Yeah,
playoffs than
San
anything.
Francisco, their first game was against Detroit. If you don't win against Detroit, then you have no business.
No.
That'd be
And
like if you lost to the Jets.
yeah, and then the Bills bounced back from their week one loss against the Steelers. They pushed the Steelers so that they won 35-0. They beat the poor Dolphins down. Patriots beat the
Yeah.
Jets. Poor Jets, they can't win. Niners beat the Eagles 17-11. Man, that was a pretty close game. Like you said, they started out pretty slow at the beginning. The Raiders beat the Steelers 26 to
And they
17.
lost they lost two running backs in that game.
Who
San
did?
Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco did. Shit, man,
They
that's
have no
rough.
running backs right now. Mostert went out in week one. They lost Hasty and I can't remember the other guy's last name. He's a rookie.
Okay.
So they signed someone that played on another team's practice squad, but he played somewhere else previous. I can't remember. But a
Yeah.
lot of people are saying, a lot of the fans are like, bring back Frank Gore, but man,
Frank Gore.
dude's been around
Frank
for
Gore.
ages.
Oh, nah, man.
As good as he is and as good as he was, like he's, now when you got a like, especially when you got Green Bay coming up next.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good game, man. Rogers bounced back, right? I didn't think he would, and the man's like, "You guys didn't think I was the man? I had one bad game. Let me show you
Yeah.
again." And he went out and lit that team up, right? So
But but 49ers defense always smacks him around.
they do, they do. So we'll see how he plays against them, man. It'll be a good game. Looking forward to watching that, right? Um, but yeah, so Raiders beat the Steelers. So are the Raiders for real? They're 2-0. They beat the
They're
Steelers, man.
looking good.
Steelers aren't just like a team
Yeah,
that you just push
they're not
over,
just
man.
yeah, they're looking good.
All right, so the Raiders, they're kind of my underrated team for the
Didn't
season.
the Ravens beat Kansas City?
Ravens beat Kansas City, man,
And
on the Super Bowl on Monday night.
did you see Mahomes' brother? That
Who's
dude was like at the beginning of the game, he was like making TikTok videos and all that, like hyping up everything. And
yeah?
then after they were losing, after they lost, he like dumped water on some Ravens fan's head.
Are you serious,
Yeah.
bro? There's no again. That's uncalled for. Like,
His
take your loss
his
like a
family
loss.
his family is just out of control. His mom be calling people out. She was calling out Giselle during when they lost in the Super Bowl.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
His fiance or girlfriend or whatever, Patrick Mahomes' fiance or girlfriend is always starting shit online. And now his brother.
Yo, man, take the loss. Like, yeah, people are gonna talk smack. Look, Derek, if the Niners and the Texans played, I would know 100% you're gonna talk smack the entire time. You're gonna talk smack
Yeah.
afterwards. And guess what, man? It's all in the game, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, oh,
I
you know
mean,
what?
remember when me and Vic go back and forth
Oh
over
my God,
baseball?
when you and the Yankees, like Yankees and the Stros or whatever, like you guys go back, but afterwards, like you guys are like, hey man,
We're
you want to help
cool.
me out with this? Yeah, but that's how it's supposed to be, man. Like that's the
Yeah.
fun of sport. Like it doesn't need to go to the point where you need to throw water on somebody or
Yeah.
push somebody, try to fight somebody or berate somebody because of that. Nah, man, it's a sport, man. That's the whole
Right.
point of competitiveness. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. We should be able to do that, and at the end, shake hands and be like, all right, cool, let's go get a beer or let's go get some
Right.
food. Like
Right.
why don't we go play a game? Let's go play a game or something, you know? So
Yeah.
it's all in the fun, man. That's part of sportsmanship, right? But
Yeah.
that's ridiculous for people to go like exceed more than that, right? Like
Yeah.
just because your team loses, if I'm in a different if I'm in an enemy's team's like territory or they're like at another stadium, and like my team is playing them, I'm gonna sit
Yeah.
in the corner and be like, yep. Every time I score a touchdown, be like, yep, touchdown, touchdown. Yep, we won, we won, we won. But that's it, man. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
fight nobody. I don't want to fight. I don't want somebody to get angry with me. Like it's all in talk, man. We're just talking. It's fine. It's the whole fun of us, you know.
Well,
So
I'm not gonna put anyone's name out there, but we worked like you and I worked with her at Calvin Klein. She used to be one of the supervisors when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
So we were friends on Facebook, and then after the Astros came out, that whole cheating thing came out, and she did a post on it, and I came back with some stuff, and then she
Yeah.
unfriended me.
What?
Yeah,
Just because of that? Like
yeah,
you weren't attacking her.
no.
You weren't saying anything mean about her
But like the
family.
worst I said was like, way to be proud of your only tarnished trophy or something, something like that.
That's not even that bad. Like
And
that's
then
not
she
even.
she unfriended me.
No, man. No. Like get out of here. It's fine. Like don't be butthurt because somebody called you out. Like you
Right.
talk smack all the time. You're like, "Oh, the Lastros or the cheaters or something, man." And I'm just like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, yeah, yeah, we cheated. Whatever." Like I get it. Because every team did it at some point or whatever, right? We're
Yeah.
not the only ones. We just got caught. We did it at the highest stage or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's fine. So like talk out smack, man. I get it. I take it. I'm like whatever, but I'm not gonna unfriend you because you told me my team are cheaters or they suck or they need a new manager, like the players are all cheaters, whatever, man. Like I'm not gonna be unfriend you because of that reason.
Yeah.
Like it's part of the game. I get it. Yes, my team did it. Was I a player? Hell no. Was I out there on the field? Hell no. Like
Right.
how much
Was it
argument do I
was it your
have?
plan?
Yeah, it wasn't my.
Joseph was in the tunnel giving them the signals.
If you guys can see, I'm sliding my hand across my chest and my forehead, and then poking my head as the signal for the trash cans. Right? That's how we got to do that. That we do this, and then they know what it is. Every time I do this, they know they're throwing a fastball down the middle. Don't swing at that one. Don't swing at that one.
Right.
Oh look, it's a changeup, man. Don't swing, don't swing. Okay, swing at that one, swing at that one, or whatever. No, man, that's stupid. Oh, and correction, man, that Chiefs and Ravens game was Sunday night, not Monday
Sunday
night.
night game,
I
yeah.
thought it was
Because who
Monday.
was Monday night?
It was Packers and Lions. That's when Aaron Rodgers lit it up, man.
Oh yeah. Well, it was the Lions.
It was the Lions, and then the Titans beat the Seahawks, man. That was an interesting game. Took them to overtime, I believe. So
But man, that dude, Derrick Henry, you can't sleep on that dude.
in the second half, 170 yards. In the
That dude
second
went
half.
went off.
The first half, nothing. First game, nothing. Second half of the game was like, all right, fuck it, I'll run.
He just needed to get warmed up. His legs weren't warmed up
That
yet.
was it. He needed a full game and a half for his
It
legs to
took him
get
six
warmed
quarters for his legs to get warmed up.
up. He's like, all right, it's
He's
time to.
older. When you get older, you start slowing down. It
You
takes
would
you
know.
longer to get going.
You would know. I wouldn't, but you would.
It's like when you get like a lawnmower and it gets older, and you got to push the
Primer.
primer button more, and
Yeah.
you got to pull the handle more. It's just
No, us
takes you a
young,
little longer to get going.
us young mowers, we just pull them and we're good, bro. One time, and we keep growing. We going, man. We're cutting this grass. But that is all what we got for you guys tonight, or you folks, or you ladies, you gentlemen, all of you guys who are listening out there. That is all we have for this podcast, Derek. We're wrapping it up, my guy. So if
Yeah.
you want to do your thing, man, go ahead and head us out.
I want to thank everybody for coming back, giving us a listen, giving us a watch. Anyone that's new, welcome. I hope you liked it. Come back next week. We'll have more. Really appreciate everyone's what do you call it? Everyone's support.
Yep.
Check out we3bros.com. You can all of our episodes are up there. You can see where what apps I guess we're on. Google platforms.
There it is.
Platforms.
I
Why
got you,
couldn't I
man.
think of it?
I've been losing my words all episode 2, man. Don't worry about it.
There's a little bit of we're gonna have an about us. We're gonna have a little background, a little picture of all of us for everyone to check out.
Have our pretty faces
Coming
on
soon,
there.
yeah. We gotta.
You guys
Also,
gonna
there's
find out on my about me how much I love McRibs and how delicious they are. They're my favorite snack. I'm just kidding.
And drinking liquor from Salma Hayek's foot.
Yes, but not any other stripper though. Just her or late dancer, whatever you want to call her.
There's a merchandise page. We got some merch up there to check out, and then we also got a little contact us page. If you have some questions or suggestions, we're always open to suggestions. New stuff you want us to talk about, we're down for it. We're always looking for new ideas, so hit that up. I want to thank Joseph for being here again. Appreciate seeing you up here.
You could say you appreciate seeing your beautiful face, man. I'll be more than happy. He's like, no. No, your face is ugly. But
I
no, man.
look forward to seeing your mug every week.
Hey, me too, man. All right, so yeah, thank you everybody who's listening as always, man. My best friend, Bigfoot. When we know you're out there, bro, we want you to come jump on the podcast with us whenever you get a chance. I want to say thank you for everybody who is listening. I know I said that already, but have a safe weekend. Have a fun weekend. Glad to be back next week, where I try to convince Derek to watch Doom Patrol. If you haven't seen Doom Patrol, Derek, we're gonna talk about some Doom Patrol next week, man, and why I think you should watch the series
I
and
heard
why
the
you
first couple seasons are trash.
Doom Patrol.
Is that the one on HBO?
Yes,
I heard it doesn't get good to the third season, which is the current season
their season they just released episodes yesterday.
of the third season.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
like
know.
I said,
Somewhere I saw somewhere that the first season and the first and second season were garbage.
why I tried to convince Derek to watch this garbage show because it is awesome, and he is mistaken. He's reading the wrong reviews. Stop reading Reader's Digest on the toilet about Doom Patrol. Read some real shit, man. And not just the things coming out your butt. I'm just kidding. But yes, that's where I'm at. Thank you everybody for listening. I'm out. Derek, go ahead, man. Close us out, man.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. We look forward for you coming back. I look forward to seeing Joseph again. And
Yes,
we'll
sir.
see you guys on the next one.